Hello folks, today we have a brief video review from Inkdependence. That's me, of Noodler's Luxury Blue, which came in a little sample vial like this. I got this from Goulet quite a while ago. And as you can see, it's a pretty, it looks like it's going to be pretty pigmented in the bottle. It's not really though. You usually tell kind of how it coats the walls and that sort of thing. I do have some of this sample left. I thought I was going to really love Luxury Blue. It was one of the ones that Brian Goulet mentioned back when they were doing Liberty's Elysium, saying this was the only one that was more waterproof, perhaps, than Liberty's Elysium. But in my experience, this isn't quite as good an ink. It's a bit on the dry side, drier even than Liberty's Elysium, which is a little bit dry sometimes. You can see here where it has skipped. This was done in my VAC 700 from TWSBI. But with this Knox nib, which is kind of it's a medium nib, and it's a good nib. I really quite like it. It's not really a dry nib, so the fact that it's performed dryly makes me think that it's the ink and not the nib. So anyway, there we go. Sometimes I'll try to scribble in the swooshes, but this one, well, you can see that it's skipped quite a bit. And actually, if you look at some of the other letters around here, on this page, and on the blog you'll see this better. You can see that it's kind of inconsistent. It's okay. There's a little bit of shading, I guess, but only on Rodeo. You're not going to see it really anywhere else. So here, where it says dry time, this is also a skip. It should have been the whole D. But anyway, it's okay. It's not great. As you can see, color-wise, it's kind of in there. A little bit lighter, a little paler than Liberty's Elysium. The thing that it actually reminds me most of is this ink, which is Upper Ganges Blue, which I really do like. You can check out my review of that on the blog. This one looks more like denim than Luxury Blue does, although it's pulling off a little bit of a denim color here on the paper. But this one I think is superior. Upper Ganges is anyway. Luxury Blue is going to cost a little bit more. I hear the stuff in it is kind of more expensive, so it's going to cost a bit more. It comes in a 1-ounce jar. You can get that for, I think, $13.50, which puts it up a bit over 3 times as much as the regular Noodler's inks. And I think there's better ink for your money. But let's check out the claims of this ink being waterproof. It's supposed to be eternal, so it's supposed to be bulletproof plus lightproof. There are some postings I've seen on the internet of people confirming this sort of thing, trying it with, I guess 409 was apparently the thing which made it, feather a bit, but nothing could really get rid of it. So let's give it a shot and see how it looks when you drip water on it. Shouldn't be doing much, I don't think. I even wrote drip underneath it just to see how it works with text. You can see from the smear off to the left-hand side here, as I let this sort of soak in just a bit. I like this color. I think it's a cool color, but it just doesn't look that great from the nib. So I would guess if you have a very wet nib, this might be an excellent ink for you. Alright, let's see if this will move. Oh, well, you can see some black go there. Let's see, that's not great. Alright. The blue did shift just a little bit. The black, whoops, that I believe is maybe probably Aurora black from an ink change recently. You can see I used this for all kinds of inks. Some people on Reddit have started posting these as artwork. Maybe I'll do that eventually when I get a lot more ink on there. But you can still definitely see that the blue on there has barely shifted at all, barely lightened. So, yeah, waterproof, I suppose. I'm not going to do all the rest of the tests. You can check online for those other things. But this is one I just don't really recommend all that well. Go get some Upper Ganges, because that thing is awesome. The flow on it is great, the color is interesting, and it's also totally bulletproof. So, there you go. That's been Noodler's Luxury Blue from Inkdependence.com.